How's it going, everybody? Blake here with Blake's Builds. It is another freezing evening out here in the shop. But you know what? There's no other place I would rather be except maybe in a insulated, warm shop with a lift. I don't have one. I'm broke because of this. Um, in this video, we're going to go back and do some stuff I kind of forgot to do. I need to Loctite the screws on the throttle blade, and I need to drill and tap out the vent for, I guess it'd be the crankcase vent on the throttle body. I'm under boost. I don't need this anymore. Yeah. And then after that, probably going to wrap up the fuel system as well and get it flushed. So just not a whole lot planned for this video, but stuff we got to get done. Let's go. I pulled my throttle body off already. A lot of times with these throttle bodies, this eye hole is way too small. I mean, like, insanely small. But mine, I'm gonna give that a shot. That looks great. I'm real happy with that. Another thing that we're gonna do is, a lot of the times there's no O-ring behind this spring, if that makes sense, where this seals up, and you can actually get a boost leak from where that rod comes out. We're gonna take care of that. And then this breather vent, you know, it's not even tight. I'm gonna pull that out, tap it, and put in a brass plug or a steel plug, whatever I have laying around, just so we don't have to worry about that anymore. But first, let's get those screws taken care of. I've pulled the first one out and there's 0 thread locker on it, and it wasn't even really tight. You don't want to be like Cletus and end up with one of these screws down in your intake. I'm going to be using the red high strength. So these shouldn't ever come out. You can even pin them if you want. I might. I don't know. We'll see. Both are done. They were barely tight, but now with no Loctite, now they got Loctite. And I'm going to say it. Those aren't going nowhere. Now they can't come out. It's like a roll in it. It's like a man roll. That ain't going nowhere. All right. Here's a couple photos and a short video of me drilling and tapping out the hole for the 1/4-inch MPT Tap. I used a 7/16 drill. Here's the, how deep I was drilled. I almost bottomed out, but not all the way. Here's my contraption for holding the tap, because the rod was in the way. Here's the tapped hole. This is kind of showing how I was kind of smoothing out the corners of the eye holes. They're pretty sharp. I didn't know if it's going to cause any issues. I just smoothed them out a little bit with a die grinder. No big deal. Yeah, turned out pretty good. And there's the 1/4-inch plug I installed. Here's me installing the seal on the shaft behind the throttle link. It's a 22 by 10 by 6 rotary shaft oil/dust seal. See how it just sits perfectly flush in there. So now we don't have to worry about any boost leaks or contaminants or anything else getting in there. We're back in the shop tonight after I got all that done with the throttle body and with my free time at work today. Next step, I think I need to go ahead and add my fuel filter, and I'm going to actually add it behind the custom bracket I made here. So that line right there coming up from the ground, that's actually the feed. So I'm going to slice it right there, kind of right after the brake booster, and add in my fuel filter. Here is my finished, I don't know if you'd call it the fuel system bracket. So there's the line coming up from the fuel cell, or fuel tank, coming into the regulator, or not the regulator, but the filter behind it. 90 in, it comes out, crosses into the rail, comes around, Comes out the back, loops up to here, through the regulator, through the flex sensor, and on the factory return. Pretty happy with that, all things considered. I did already try to prime my fuel system. I pinched a bunch of O-rings, just to be honest. I didn't realize that WD-40 was not sufficient lubricant. So, I've got new O-rings now, and I'm going to use a little bit of gear oil to get everything back together. Another thing, my vacuum reference for my regulator was going to the driver's side. I'd like to go to the passenger side. I was like, well, I don't see why I can't. So, yeah, just 4 screws, pull that off, and you can spin it. Just something to make it a little bit cleaner. I put $20 more of O-rings on the intake. It's still leaking. I don't know if it's the cheap eBay rails or what. I'm defeated. So I think this is where I'm going to end this episode. It's been going on for like 2 weeks now. Just can't seem to get anything done. So, yeah. Cars are pain, man. Cars are pain. But anyways, we'll get everything. I don't know. I'll get something figured out. If I order the Holley rails for a factory truck intake, if I order a new intake, I don't really know yet. Yeah. So, all right. So thanks for watching. If you like the video, give it a like. If you hate the video, thumbs down. At least tell me why. And if you're not subscribed, I'd really appreciate it. We're so close to 700. 700 or 600 subscribers. I don't know. Somewhere around there. So anyways, have a great day and God bless.